Hi, this is Dr. Michelle Robin with Small Changes, Big Shifts, Building Rhythm and Resilience. And I believe if you'll change one thing a month, one thing for the next 12 months, you'll change your life forever. Thanks for joining me on the journey. Welcome back to Small Changes, Big Shifts. Didn't you just love hearing from Ann Gaffigan? Such wonderful wisdom. We're going to continue the conversation today with my friend Debra O'Brien. I actually met her before she was the Dream. What's your official title?
I am the Dream Manager and Wellbeing Manager for CommunityAmerica Credit Union.
Before she was the Dream Manager and Wellbeing Manager for CommunityAmerica. And as you know, CommunityAmerica has been so graciously to help us sponsor this show so we can get this message out there. So Debra, welcome to Small Changes, Big Shifts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I appreciate getting to be here. Thank you.
Well, first of all, what's a Dream Manager? That sounds like a dreamy job.
It actually is. And it's funny you say that. I remember when I told my parents what I was going to be doing, my mom said, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds perfect for you. A Dream Manager is basically a life coach, but a different, higher level in that we're really reaching for our dreams. CommunityAmerica believes in our members. We believe in our people achieving their personal and professional dreams. And I get to help people do that every day. It's amazing.
Well, it's great because CommunityAmerica has helped me live my dream of reaching 1 billion people. That small changes can lead to big shifts if you build rhythm and resilience. And this week we're talking building rhythm and resilience with gratitude. So I wanted to think about, I know you're grateful for CommunityAmerica and Lisa Ginter and the team for the opportunity. Who was your role model for gratitude in your life under the age of 25?
Probably my grandfather.
Tell me why.
He taught me to be grateful for life on so many levels. My grandparents have been married for over 50 years at that point. And my grandma had Alzheimer's, and my grandfather taught me love and gratitude for the little moments of each day, the little moments when she would smile at him, and just how to care for others and be grateful regardless of circumstances.
When you think about bringing gratitude into your personal life, what are ways that you do that and ways you recommend as a life coach to other people to do that?
Personally, for me, anytime I walk, anytime I'm anywhere, I'm looking for those small little moments that I consider gratitude. It leads my day. I start my day in daily devotional. And part of that devotional is my gratitude practice, just in my mind, sending out gratitude for each and every part of my life. And then I try to be specific for that day at the end of the day. One of the things I recommend for anyone who is struggling is gratitude all the time, a gratitude journal. What went well on this very day? You know, the sun was shining. I had a great cup of coffee. A friend smiled at me. They, like you say, make big shifts in our day, especially now.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, have you heard of the 5-minute journal? It's a
I have.
Yeah, that's what I personally use because I have horrible penmanship. But if I had better penmanship, I probably would write it down. But my mind goes really fast, and there's no way my hand can keep up. And it is bad. Ask my team. They actually kind of have a challenge. They'll be like, "Now, what do you think this says?" And then
I love that.
Guesses if they give themselves a high five. It's kind of funny, but kind of embarrassing. Anyhow, we'll talk about a gratitude moment. You've been with CommunityAmerica. Has it been 3 years or 4 years?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Okay, so 3 or 4. That was pretty good. That was pretty good off the top of my head.
I'm very impressed.
I was like, whoa. So tell me about a gratitude moment with your team at CommunityAmerica. I'm going to ask you for 2 so you can see which one comes up first because you've had zero prep for this conversation. I want to talk about one for your team and then one for your team in action in the community.
So, just a little, okay, there's so many at CommunityAmerica. Most recently, Lisa Ginter gifted us all. Have you heard what she did for us all?
You know what? I think I do know, but I don't think I've heard it from you guys. I think I heard it from Lisa, but I don't remember now.
She gifted us all 2020, meaning a bonus of $2,020.
Oh, I did not hear that. I think maybe what else do I know? No.
Yeah, which is amazing. I'm grateful for her for having faith in me and bringing on this program. Specifically during lockdown, my manager dropped off a gift bag full of just, she'd made a homemade mask for us, and, just all kinds of little things in there that let us know, hey, we're still connected, and making sure that we still had meetings, and it's all throughout the organization. I mean, the culture is just constantly gratitude in everything that we do. So,
well, give me a little, not a commercial, but a little commercial. But I think people think of Community America as I've learning more and more as Community America is my personal bank, and it's my business bank, and it's my if I just talked to my financial planner from Community America, Ashley, who's amazing. So
yes,
what are the different areas that Community America has? It's so much more than just a bank.
It really is. We have so much in addition to, we've got all of our different branches. We've got our commercial side now, where we are really helping empower small businesses, which is how we've been able to connect with you, which is awesome. And reaching out for offering all the different loans. Like, I've personally moved everything over to Community America. We have our auto loan, our mortgage, we're doing insurance, everything possible right here in one place. So it is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I think one of my gifts or lessons or opportunities for 2020 has been trying to think, how do I streamline my life more so that I am working with, one bank, or I am working with one insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's an important gift from Community America.
Completely. And it's, I had been with a bank, and I really didn't ever understand how a credit union was different, and most specifically Community America. When I went to one of the branches, people go through the drive-through, they bring them pizza, they bring them cinnamon rolls, because they care so much. And I remember my son in particular, he wasn't changing over his account. I said, you need to change over to Community America. And he went and closed his account at another institution. And he said, they didn't know why I was there, Mom, but I waited for like 15 minutes. And then he said, when I walked in Community America, they greeted me immediately. They helped me immediately. He said, I get it. I get it. He said, they made me feel special.
Wealth to me is big family vacations.
Houses, cars.
Money, mostly, yeah.
Am I wealthy? No, I wouldn't call myself wealthy.
Didn't have a lot of money, never really had a lot of money.
Med school certainly isn't cheap. How'd you get this picture?
This is Molly. And it started pouring down rain, and we hid under the tree.
I wake up in the morning and I see her smile, and I know she's the love of my life. I think of her nonstop. She's just totally unbelievable. I wasn't expecting this.
Hey, Mama. She loves me.
Am I a wealthy guy?
Absolutely. I may not have financial riches, but
I am wealthy.
Well, speaking of feeling special, I really want to dive into your wheelhouse, and we're wrapping up 2020, kind of. We're in the last 2 or 3 weeks of the month or the year. Help people think about dreaming for their life. So let's say you were coaching our listeners on having a dream for their life. What would be a couple questions that they might want to contemplate as the year comes to an end?
What is it that we value the most? Because where we put our energy and focus, it grows. Mm-hmm. And so, like for me, when I started staying at home and working from home, I realized that the hour-plus commute I was doing was taking a lot of time away from my family. So we actually moved during COVID to be closer, because I knew that the most valuable thing for me was to actually be home more for my family. So, what are the things we value? Is it, wanting to spend more time with family? Is it wanting to go on family vacations? And why? And what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Because we only get so much time.
So to think about what we value. And so how would you respond to this? So if you want to, what is that saying? If you want to see what you value, see where you're spending your time. And if those two don't match up, then you may have some misalignment. You're not being incongruent and not being congruent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have an exercise that I let people do that lets them kind of look at, okay, how do I value this? Like spending time with family. I highly value it. And that's what happened to me. This is top of the list, but how much time am I actually getting at home? It didn't line up. And so those dreams, we reach for them. I'm getting my master's right now, thanks to Community America. And there's a list of reasons. I don't know, 4 kids, 2 dogs, a husband, full-time job, why, I could put that off. But why not? It's helping me learn, grow, and that list of why we can't is always going to be there. How about the list of why we want to and why we can't?
Why we want to. I love that. People say, I need to. I'm like, no, you don't need to do anything. It's what do you want to do? I want to drink water because I want to be a grape and not a raisin. I want to hydrate before I caffeinate. I want to get out and move. And so I love it. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. Does Community America have any little dream workshops that people could participate in if they're a customer or they're community citizen? You guys do a lot of things, I know, for young people. Do you have anything like that?
Not yet. It's actually one of my dreams to make it really big. So, you just never know.
So since people are saying, okay, I've got this idea now to start to think, and I have time and permission to think about my dreams, is there a good book that you would recommend that people that would be a good guide or a good tool?
There's a book called Helping People Change. It's just understanding the change process and helping ourselves change, which I really liked because we get in habits and we get in our old patterns, and it's not easy to change. When I took my first master's class, it had been a really long time since Debra O'Brien had been in college. I didn't have Blackboard. I didn't have all these things. So we have to have a strong purpose as to why we do something, but understanding that change takes a lot of different steps. So I really do like that book.
I think it's a great book. And then you also like the, is it Darren from Success Magazine, the best, creating your best year ever. I don't know if it's sitting right around here, but I didn't know I was going to ask this question. That's what's so transparent about this conversation. One of my coaches, Tom Hill, talks about, having, building the life you want to have in the 6 different areas. So I'm going to encourage our listeners today and to start dreaming. And if you aren't afraid, that would be a great question. And if you don't want to buy anything, what if you just dialed in and said to your spirit every morning when you're in the shower or when after you kind of take your first breath and think, okay, if I wasn't afraid, what would I do today? So I'm going to encourage you to think about that. Debra, as we start to close the show, I want to celebrate you for your passion, for your energy, for, manifesting your dream. Like I said, I met you before. You were actually working as a dream leader, guider, teacher for Community America. So congratulations on partnering up with such a wonderful organization.
Thank you. I'm blessed and grateful every single day.
So I like to end the show with 2 questions. One question is, what's your medicine for the world? You know how I believe everybody has their purpose or their gift to share with the world. I call it medicine. What's your medicine for the world?
To help people find the joy that resides within them and live it.
Yeah, we talked about joy the first time I met you. I remember that now. And here's my closing comments. First of all, to all of you listening today, hey, have a great week. Once again, if you weren't afraid, what would you be doing? Think about how you're spending your time. Does it really align with what's really important to you? And then last of all, if you found something helpful in the show, I'd encourage you to share it. Send me a note. I'd love to hear from you. And Debra, what is a quote that you like to share?
Well, I actually have 2, if you don't mind. Can I do 2? Okay. One of them is, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go out and do it. Because what the world needs is people that have come alive. Howard Thurman. That's what dreams are. They're alive. It's contagious. When we're dreaming, we inspire others along with ourselves. And it's so big. It's so big. So dream. Thank you, Dr. Robin, for encouraging that. And then I wrote this one down. It's by author Melody. I'm not quite sure how to say it. It's Beatty. Beatty.
Melody Beatty. Yeah, we've had dinner.
Yes, Beatty. Have you?
She's awesome.
It's gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more.
That is so true, and such wise words. Well, I'm glad you joined me today. And it's interesting when you said that the first quote about what brings you alive. And I think that's what I want people to do. Is I was walking around dead until about the age of 31. And even though I was in the right calling, I didn't think I deserved what I was doing. So that's a big thing to match together. And then as more into walking it, and I know my passion and my purpose, my calling is to make generational change from 5 to 30-year-olds through whole person health. And so in partnerships like this with Advent Health and Community America, it helps us get the message out that people do matter, your dreams matter. And give a shout out to Lisa Genter, who's on the board, on the Big Shifts Foundation board with me and helping manage.
She's amazing.
Yeah, we're manifesting that. We're actually taking 18 to 30-year-olds through a 6-month wellness experience so they could empty out the stuff that helps them not feel like they deserve to have the life. Part of it is you can be living a life, but if you don't deserve it, you sabotage it. Anyhow, that is a whole nother show. Maybe we should talk about that next month on Small Changes, Big Shifts.
Well, that's my favorite book, Gifts of Imperfection, Brene Brown. Do you love that one?
I do love that one. Yeah, she's got some good wisdom. Well, here's a quote I picked for you today, Debra, as we wrap out the show today. It is, hang on, I got to find it again. When we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. So the tide of 2020 is going out and the love of 2021 is rushing in. How are you going to show up for it? All right. Hey, I'll chat with you next week. Have a great day.
Thank you.
I sure appreciate you listening to Small Changes, Big Shifts. If you go to the website, smallchangesbigshifts.com, we'll have the show notes ready for you there. If this episode inspired you to make a small change that will lead to a big shift, please share with a friend. You can catch our episode on Apple, Google, Spotify, YouTube, and our website. And if you feel like it, please leave a rating or a comment. Be sure to subscribe so you can catch our episode next week. Blessings to you.